Ever wonder why grown adults spend their time intensely scrubbing ice with what looks like a fancy kitchen broom? Most people think curling is just slow-motion shuffleboard for people who really love housework. I thought the same thing until I tried to explain it to my 5-year-old nephew. By the end of this video, you will see exactly how he became an ice-cold expert and why he is probably already better at this Olympic sport than you are. First, let us talk about the gear. You have the stone. It is a 44-pound chunk of granite with a handle. Imagine sliding a heavy suitcase across a frozen lake, except the lake is perfectly smooth, and everyone is wearing microphones and yelling. My nephew asked if he could ride the stone like a skateboard. I told him no, but I did tell him the first secret of the pros. These stones do not just slide. They curl. If you twist the handle when you let go, the rock curves across the ice like a breaking pitch in baseball. But how do you control that curve? Stay tuned, because the answer involves a specific type of pebble that you can only find on a curling rink. Now look at that giant bullseye at the end of the ice. That is what players call the house. The goal is to get your rocks closer to the center than the other team. It sounds like giant bowling, but there is a major problem. If you throw it too hard, it slides away into the back wall. If you throw it too soft, it stops in the middle of nowhere. This is the exact moment where the sweeping starts to matter. When you see players frantically brushing the ice, they are not actually cleaning it. They are friction warriors. They are melting the ice just a tiny bit to create a thin layer of water. This lubricates the path and helps the stone slide further and stay straighter. My nephew called this aggressive housework, and he is totally right. But here is a question for you. Did you know the other team can actually sweep your stone to make it move out of the house? It is one of the most frustrating rules in sports, and I will show you how to use it to your advantage in just a second. Curling is famously known as chess on ice. It is all about thinking 3 moves ahead. You do not always want to hit the center right away. Sometimes you want to place a guard. These are rocks that sit out in front of the house, just to be annoying and block the other team. My nephew realized that if he cluttered up the front of the ice, I could not get my stones through to the target. It was a high-level defensive move that left me totally stuck. He was playing mind games with me before he even finished his juice box. The real trick to becoming an expert is mastering the hammer. In curling, the hammer is the right to throw the very last stone of the round. It is the biggest advantage in the game. If you have the hammer, you are the boss. My nephew saved his best throw for the very last second, using his hammer to knock my winning stone completely off the ice. It was a total game changer. So now you know the basics. Heavy granite, melting ice with brooms, and high-stakes strategy. If a 5-year-old can figure out how to dominate the rink, you are officially out of excuses. Just remember, the coolest part of the sport is the sportsmanship. In curling, the winners usually buy the first round of drinks for the losers. Since my nephew is 5, I think I owe him a chocolate milk. If you found this guide helpful and you are ready to hit the ice, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button for more awesome content. We have got plenty more sports to break down, and you do not want to miss the next one.